This is Dswank,
Old Fuzzehgamer here, how y'all doing?
and you may notice we have our furniture back. We caught the guys that stole it, and yeah, we also caught the guys that stole all the storage containers off of the Cornelius. So,
Gave him a good whooping too.
yep. So we got everything back. Actually got some insurance money off of it, and I think we should use that insurance money to build ourselves an escape ship.
Yep, 'cause I'm getting a little bit of what do they call that? Marooned? Feeling marooned? I'm feeling a
Cat,
bit, yeah,
you have cabin fever here on the planet.
a little bit.
Okay.
Walls are closing in on me, man. I gotta get out in space.
All right. So, I've got an idea that came to me for the ship, a ship that can get us into space. Um, Again, we were originally going to be keeping our this base here as a place to return to. So we're not tearing it down, and we may be coming back, but we definitely want to get into space where it's easier to mine, easier to do a lot of things. So, uh, what we need to do is build something to get us there, and take stuff with us that we need to produce things.
Indeed.
So, how do we want to do this? Are we just going to build a platform? Do we want to build a construction platform or construction location, or just start building the full thing?
I'd say just for the moment we just start building, and when we decide to come back, we'll build it a proper home, if it is what returns here.
All right. Okay.
But yeah, I'm ready to build, man.
All right.
So let's get this done. So what kind of design you got in mind?
Um, it's it's a hydrogen atmospheric combination.
Okay. So, if done correctly, y'all should have just come back from a quick intro of me and Dswank. I just had an issue. I have in the past been using OBS, and I had recently heard about OBS Studio, which is supposed to be better, but unfortunately it had an issue where it would not stop recording. And I looked it up and it seemed like that's like a crash issue of some sort. So, the last hour of video is pretty well lost to me, at least from my perspective. Do make sure to go over Dswank's side of the video and see what all happened there in its completion, but as you can see, we're building a ship. We're building an escape ship. And I just lost my hydrogen. Yeah.
Um, turn around. Where the thing for the blue skeleton. There's a ramp over there.
Yep, that's it. So, yeah, just as a quick recap, we talked a little bit about worlds and mythoses that we would like. Mythoses? Mythos?
Mythi?
Mythi?
I don't know.
That we would like to have expanded to our own likes and dislikes. We've also talked a little about well, a little bit about environment, actually.
Yep.
I don't think we expand too much beyond that, except for a little bit of just kind of chitter chatter about what we're doing there. So, anyway,
Right.
for a better explanation and better idea what's going on, be sure to check out Dswank's video on what's going on here. Anyway.
Okay. Now, I'm currently having to think. It's dangerous.
Yes.
It's very dangerous. Because we have downward thrust in the atmosphere. We have excess downward thrust in the atmosphere with the atmospheric thrusters. They're pretty much only going to be for keeping. I mean, we don't really need much other than those in the atmosphere because the hydrogen can keep that up and going. So, I need to figure out where the downward hydrogen thrusters are going to be, where the upward hydrogen thrusters are going to be, which I've got an idea for the upward, and then I need to figure out where I'm being with thrusters.
Thrusters, and these are a giant waste of steel plates, but it's gonna look awesome.
Oh, the I told you I put them there so that it could
Yeah, I know.
as extra armor.
And that might have gotten lost in the
Yes.
breakup and whatnot, but yeah, it's gonna look great. And these do really take a beating before they get knocked away.
Right. Basically, they're there to help protect the horizontal thrusters.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we're in a fight, we're probably going to turn broadside to something because
Yes.
of where I'm going to put our defensive guns.
Got that. I think I need a lot for that, actually.
Let's see.
Don't you start that again. That's dangerous in a ship that doesn't have a lot of lateral thrust now.
What, janking away?
Yeah, because I was heading straight for the wall. There's actually two things of note I would actually like to bring to light here, one of which hasn't come up since the Cerberus. But if I ever repeat something in another way of pronouncing, it's not that I'm correcting.
Yeah.
It's I'm making sure I'm on the same page. Because I could care less how
Right.
things are pronounced. I pronounce things wrong all the time. Whoa. Lag. Second thing of note. Don't take me seriously.
Okay.
Don't take me seriously. Generally, I'm a sarcastic asshole.
Oh,
So-
me as well.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm going to put Bofors on this because they're fast firing and they're
Mhm.
explosive.
Okay.
The rounds explode.
Yeah.
So when they hit, they'll do a lot of damage.
Gotcha.
And I think that's going to be good for us.
I like how, and I don't think it was consistent in the past builds, but when you're pointing at something in your welding ship, it
Yeah.
consistently shows what you are welding up and what you need instead of just, not.
Man, oh man, when we get done with this, it's going to be very, very interesting to look.
It's actually coming off as kind of familiar looking.
I mean, does it stand out too much like one of my builds? Because I'm kind of building it backwards for most of mine.
No. Something I've seen somewhere else, like a game. Oh no. Lag. Don't do that. No, it's kind of coming off as something I've seen before somewhere else.
Ah, that's kind of cool.
There we go. And I can't place it. Well, I mean, initially, when you're kind of the bridge is kind of taken away from it. It was that front pincer shape that was kind of being familiar to me.
Oh,
Whoops. Yeah, we're almost out of. We are out of computers. All right. Well,
may have to go on a mining run.
nah. I think we got plenty of silicon yet.
I think that's the thing I'm looking for most of all. Is I think mining
Ooh.
is a lot. Hello.
Lag. What up?
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't see the blue skeleton,
Oh.
but
Still?
I can see you. Yeah, I can see you. You know that stance that the space engineer would get? That's like arms wide open.
Uh-huh.
I am the being of power.
Oh,
That's
yes.
what your character model is doing,
Nice.
with no jetpack on.
That's funny.
If I need to grind anything out of the way to make this easier for you, let me know.
We should be okay. So what's next on the question chopping block there?
Oh, give me a sec. When I restarted stuff, I hit it. Well, what series, if you could, that has been canceled,
Mhm.
would you want to, like, if you had X amount of money, and X amount of money let you reboot or continue a series that has been canceled, like Firefly.
Right.
What series would you look at doing, or restarting? Not a reboot, but just like the story never ended and it was nixed.
Right. Well, I am not going to say Firefly because everybody says it and everybody wants it, and you've already used it as an example. I'm actually going to go with a very short-lived version of Dresden Files that had a TV series for about 12 or 13 episodes, and was actually not bad. It was very low budget, unfortunately. That's probably what got it canned. But
Yeah.
I would like to see them try that again.
Okay.
Because the Dresden File books itself, and again, I'm somewhere around, I think I'm in the middle of White Knight right now. It's good. I like it a lot. I would like to see more of it.
Okay.
But something backing up to our previous question, the mythos, the stories and whatnot, we'd like to see more of. Something I'd wanted to mention that I've forgotten was I would like to see the mirror universe of the Star Trek lineup get more attention, like maybe its own series.
That could be different.
Yeah. Because if I remember right, I think the only series that didn't touch on it was Next Generation. Maybe Enterprise, I don't remember.
No, Enterprise didn't.
Okay. And I'm pretty sure Next Generation didn't touch on it.
No, Enterprise did. Enterprise did. Basically the series finale, or it wasn't really the series finale, but it was close enough.
Right.
Did.
Okay.
Sorry.
But anyway, yeah, the Mirror Universe, I would like to actually see a series on. You know, with I think that's called the Resistance, dealing with them and everything.
Yeah. How much do you know about Star Trek over?
Enough to get me in trouble.
Okay. Okay. In the original series, there's an episode where they are dealing with the Tholians. Tholian web.
I've heard of that, yep.
Okay. And in that, the Defiant, which is one of the Constitution class ships, is Tholian webbed and then disappears.
Right.
Well, near the end of Enterprise, in the mirror universe, that Defiant shows up at the Tholian base and is captured by Archer's crew go out to catch it. Which I thought was a kind of a fun. It kind of fits with what you were asking too.
Yeah, a little bit. But as far as series that got cut and whatnot, Dresden Files would definitely be one of them.
Okay.
And I would say Young Justice, but guess what? It's getting very, very soon.
I don't know.
It's getting a new season.
Let's see. That's kind of that.
So,
I liked that for the thrusters, but
so what are you looking at for a series that got canned and love to see come back or rebooted?
there was back when Lost was going on. There was a series that was competing against it and only got one season, and never was picked up for the second season, called Surface.
I think I heard of it.
I really, really enjoyed that because you had these monsters that were underwater, and this secret cabal was trying to control the world and do all sorts of things.
Mm-hmm.
It had a lot of interesting potential.
Sounds like it. It's going to be a little too dangerous to try to weld all those conveyors in there.
Yeah, there's a lot of just conveyor lines in this.
Those don't take much to weld up, though. You can get a couple of them with one load of stuff.
Yeah.
So, I will use the blue skeleton as a hauler for the moment, then.
Okay, well, because I need enough stuff to build like 3 of those. Except for the fact I don't see the blue skeleton, so I can't pull resources out of it. Well, anyway, I am going to grab girders.
Oh, come on.
What, are you stuck again?
No, I'm not stuck. My latency is going up big time, and I'm getting just major lag.
Well, you were, like, right in front of me.
And I was high encoding for a second. This is not going to be a good night. What's going on here? What is going on in the background here? What we got going on here? OBS Studio is still there taking up freaking space, that's what. Even though I exited the damn thing. Okay.
I mean, it sounds like OBS Studio, or OBS did the same thing Steam, not, well, I've been using, that I'm angry with. Doesn't really help.
Yeah. My my CPU was maxed out at 100% just now.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah. See, now I'm back down below 50%. And 50% memory below that, so we're good now. Righty.
Rada.
Rada.
Oh God. I reminded myself of a cartoon.
I love chowder. I adore chowder.
Okay, as long as I wasn't the only one that got reminded of a cartoon.
Wouldn't have responded like that otherwise. Schnitzel is the man.
What I enjoyed about Chowder was the just. Well, actually, it's kind of hard to put what I enjoyed about it. It's strange.
And that's what I did love about it. It was strange and it knew it.
Yeah, it accepted it. It owned what it was.
Mm-hmm. It was just the right amount of silly without being completely over the top. Well, it was over the top. What am I saying? I don't know. It was just the right amount of silly. And I like silly sometimes. So, on the topic of reboots, what do you feel?
I was gonna say, are you gonna talk about Reboot?
Well, as a matter of fact, I love Reboot. But we were talking about it a little bit before, but what do you feel like that got a reboot that really didn't need one?
I can think of 3 off the top of my head right now. Knight Rider.
It had a reboot?
Yes.
Am I glad that I missed it?
Yes.
Okay.
What else? Kolchak the Night Stalker.
Don't know that one.
The original is fantastic.
Okay.
Much all you need to know. And MacGyver.
I have not seen that yet.
Well, I'm just a big fan of the original, so.
Oh, I watched it quite a bit when I was a kid, so yeah. And we watched it religiously here.
I just don't feel that it needed a reboot.
I can definitely see that. But it's unfortunate that it was... I mean, is it just not well received, or you just feel like the first one was good enough?
I think the first one was good enough.
Okay. Because something that did... Well, it's not even really a reboot so much as it got a series. Oh, crap, what is it called? Lethal Weapon got a series recently that I have not had an opportunity to watch yet.
Yeah, I'm not too keen on that idea either.
But I tell you, things that have had reboots that I would like them to give another try. And I wasn't exactly against the one that came out because it wasn't bad, but I'd like to see them try Thundercats again. The 2011 series wasn't bad, but it didn't get a lot of praise, and it kind of failed. Cadillacs and Dinosaurs needs a reboot.
Not sure. That's not jogging any memories.
It was a very short-lived but very well-made, visually very good-looking series that had a environmental message behind it. Literally, it was I can't remember if it was like ultra future way out to the point of... It had to be because there was... Okay, I remember very little of it, but it was these people that knew about mechanics, like cars and trucks and mechanical bits and pieces, and they were kind of removed from society or so, and basically there were dinosaurs that they called something else, but they were dinosaurs, and it's like nature versus machines and stuff like that, and it was actually really cool. Short series though, I don't think it had but like 13 episodes.
Ah.
Worth looking up.
Sounds different.
It was.
Interesting.
Staying on the dinosaur theme, Dino Saucers needs a reboot.
There was a cartoon I remember when I was younger that the hero was a anthropomorphized T-Rex. No, not T-Rex, Allosaur. The T-Rex was the bad guy.
That's Dino Saucers, yeah.
Okay.
The series itself really wasn't that great, but like many shows in the 80s and... Oh, hush up, I'll be done in a second. Like many series in the 80s and 90s, the intro music was a lot better than the show itself.
Oh yeah. There weren't that many really good Saturday morning cartoons.
No, we just remember them that way.
I do have to say that the real Ghostbusters
baby,
was really good.
Yes, it was.
I mean, even now, it's still a good cartoon. Looking at it as an adult, it is a good cartoon.
Yeah, I've revisited it plenty of times.
It starts to go a little wonky when they start splitting it up, so you had the Slimer episodes as well.
Yeah.
That were more kid-oriented, or little kid-oriented.
They were shoving him into it way too hard.
Did you know Straczynski, Babylon 5, Straczynski, was the original head writer for it?
I was not.